Hey, I'm Kev Hillman. Welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross. Has Kev Hillman at the halfway mark. He's just about within reach of the title fight, but he needed a big result on the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis to launch himself right into that title battle. So here's Highside revving up on the outside. Let's prepare to get underway for the heat race. So we are in Lucas Oil Stadium, normally NFL Stadium for the Indianapolis Colts. But for this weekend only, it is a demolition derby in Highside. Number of riders down, including Highside at the start. Don't often say that. Normally he takes advantage of that. But not on this occasion as he gets hit, and that's made him go wide. Indianapolis, home of the big jumps, which are coming up now. So we go over the triple. What is that rider doing in front? Was that Trot? So Highside into the back of Western. Look at that. Killed his momentum over the jumps. It goes down the inside. It wasn't Western, it was Lacey, wasn't it? He got into the back of. So he somehow completed that. But Highside got lots of work to do. Remember, top four go through to the main event. He's looking at a semi-final place, it looks like. He's just taking wide lines. Unfortunately, it's inviting riders to go down his inside. As look at that, over the top of, was that 5 riders there? Because he's up to 12th now. He's looking at a top 10. Which is not bad at all, as he's battling with Chad Reed, his friend Chad Reed. And he's got Chris Porcel as well, his other friend from early in the season. As whoa, he's now... I don't know how he's back on his bike after that. He just flew into space. And then see, trying to avoid the riders in front to keep the momentum up now, as he's got Brock Trickle there. In 14th, but clipped him a bit into the penultimate corner. This is a problem around here already. It's like to be quick, we have to do different things compared to our opponents. And so they just get in the way of us being quick, and so we can get very much stuck into a knife fight here. But that's good jumps. Very good section for Highside. Over those jumps, he's looking to the inside. Davey Millsaps. Go KTM runner. When he does, he gets up into 12. He's got Felix Joseph in front. James Stager in the top 10 now. He goes over the jump, try and make it a triple. What the hell? Where's the bike going? Somehow Highside is back on the track. I have no idea what happened there. He just went around the corner and the bike decided, I'm just going to go back onto this part of the track. I prefer it. This goes for the final corner. Sets his fast at 101.5. That could have been closer to just a flat minute though, without that detour. So he's down to 14th. So you've got this lap and maybe 2 others. It's going to be close time-wise. There's always someone's down in front. Almost get collected there. That stay goes in the top 10. Oh, James going backwards after a very good, promising start. And for Highside, getting ahead of Brock just. Just gets into this massive jump, battling for the top 10 with Felix Joseph and Davey Millsaps as Joseph pushes him into the blocks. Thanks for that, Joseph. And has wrecked his momentum and cost him like 5 seconds over these jumps. That is what happens when you just lose momentum around. It's so easy to do that. And it's such a momentum track. He still did a 101, but he still lost a bunch of time there as you're on the penultimate lap. We're just preparing for the semi-finals here. See what's the best lines. See what Highside can learn here in this heat race. He learned he can triple easily over these jumps. This is probably his best section. Make up time. He's got Felix Joseph in front. And with Block Trickle. Look at them having a bit of a party. As Highside uses the rear. which isn't too bad actually. Sets him up better for that run over the jump. As what the hell, again he's flying. I don't understand air physics. He leans back an inch and he's flying towards the moon. Suddenly he's just let go of the bike, he's detached high side. He's just like, I can't be arsed now. Yes, that's the new fastest lap. That shows you how poor the fastest laps have been. If you can fly towards the moon and still set a quicker time than we have previously. As he's down in 14th. Surely he could get a top 10. No, he's right in front. As he carried way too much speed over that triple. You need to time that right so you're using the momentum from the down slope. Go over these jumps. Not like that, you can see he's carrying too much speed over a couple of these jumps. As he gets past George Simmons though, for 13th. Look at this, top 10 right in front. ISO going for it. Oh no, now I lean back an inch. And ISO can survive now. As Dungy, of course, he wins. With Blaggett as well. Bainbridge had a cold C on the Honda. So ISO trying to make moves right at the end. And Dale Yee through. As he's going to grab 10th. That was pretty close at the line. And it was Trott who wins out by less than a 10th of a second on his Honda against Highside. As Unuka, who just missed out Johnny Tay on his Husqvarna to the Suzuki. Same for Chris Porcel as well, having a decent heat race. Then Roman in Chad Reed, Brock Trickle as well, part of that gigantic battle in the reaches of the top 10. You can see Highside not far off 6th place in the end. As we scroll to the back, there's Michael Lacey, who did some damage on that opening lap. But let's see if Highside can bounce back and make it through to the main event in the semi-final. As now there's Highside's best chance to make it through to the main event as the top 5 from 16 riders do battle. Just make it through to the main event. Nice, I'm right in the middle of the pan. Look at this. Everyone's surviving though. No fallers. Highside just up to 11th though. Now he's on tough blocks. Seriously. And now he's going to drop back down to last, is he? No, down to 15th. Eugene is last by a second, so he must have got caught up. But still 14th for Hillman. Dreadful opening lap so far. And this is just 3 minutes, so he's got 5 laps to make up 10 positions. Let's see if he does it though. He's made out a couple here. He's down the inside David Beck. And you've got Brock Trickle in front. There's Trott leads, ahead of Joseph, Taylor, Chad Reed in 4th, Davey Millsaps in 5th. That's a very tricky whoop section if you get it wrong, as you can see. You really got to bounce the throttle. Then the second one's a bit more straightforward. It's high, and oh, he survives or trickles down. And oh, another rider down as well. That caught up Weston. That slowed down Highside too. As Weston gets shown the way to the tough blocks by Highside. He's got to be aggressive. He's going to get into the top 5, which is right in front now. It's up to 9th. This is a very good second lap. But as you can see, unfortunately, this little pack in front doesn't contain 5th. It's 8th, 7th and 6th. As he gets past Jake Weimer and Chris Porcel, does he? Oh, too much speed. Well, he stays up right in there. Fast as that 59.6 breaks the minute barrier like you should be doing if you want to be at the fast end. As he's been pushed. Oh, you kidding? He got bumped under braking into that corner. And so he's back down to 15th. Because of one little push. As all the riders are falling in front. Meiji so down high, so gets into Western now. As they battle for top 10. But David Beck in front. As also just about does a balancing act there. Should give some juggling balls and some planes to spin as well. For the full effect there. But David Beck in 9th, Jake Weimer in 8th, in front. the riders high side been looking to overcome on the last couple of laps of this race. But look at the gap. There's a bit of a gap between the top 8 and everyone else. Or top 9, should I say. There's 2 to go. Chad Reed's taking the lead from Trott. Felix Joseph's in 3rd. David Beck in 9th. Been caught though. Being slowed in it sight by Weimer. Oh, and someone's down as well. Is that Weimer? Because he's very defensive though. It's Porcel. Of course it's Porcel. That's why he's very defensive. He saw Ironside coming. Their rivalry still exists, even if they're opposite ends of the table at the moment. That's with 2 to go. In 9th. Trying to make that 8th past Reimer. Down the inside. Got Beck in front, then Steger 3 seconds in front. And then one more place. As you can see, they're battling. 5th and 4th. Or is it too much for high side? And there's final lap to make up all these positions. He sets a new fastest lap. He's motoring along at the speed of the leaders. Just unfortunate. He's got caught up in incidents, has he? In this semi-final. And he'd definitely be going to the last chance qualifiers, isn't it? It's like, even I look at that. 5th is being caught. As they're battling hard for over that position. As here comes high side with Beck. Catching Steger as well. It's agonising how close they are. We're going to be a lap short. Oh, what the hell? What happened there? Just launched to the left. He's going to have to get his mechanics to look at this KTM. There's Chad Reed wins ahead of Trott and Millsaps. Joseph and Johnny Taylor make it through to the main event. On high side, incredibly disappointing race. So it's Reed on his Yamaha ahead of the Honda of Trott, then the KTM of Millsaps, the Yamaha of Joseph, then it has Varno of Taylor just ahead. The KTM of Steger by a second and a half, as we got David Beck, Weimer, Eugene, Porcel ran out of top 10. Hillman in 11th once again. Can't do that in the last chance qualifiers though. So here we go, the full field of 22 fighting for 4 spots here in Indianapolis. With just a couple of minutes to do it. Get into that top 4 as high side. No, it's a good... What is going on? It's a good start. He's ahead of where he was. He's in 5th. He can see the top 4 right in front with Porcel, Weimer. He's got Van Martin behind. So I have no idea how that worked out, but apparently riding on people's heads is a good tactic on the opening lap. He's got Steger and Finch Frisch in front. Look at high side in 3rd. This is where he needs to be in this 4-lapper. I reckon it's a 4-lap. It might actually be 5. We will see. He's all over the back of 3, so as we go on to the second lap. Oh, and 3 slows down. High side up to 2nd. And now he's catching James Steger, just like the last race, isn't it? Hopefully this time he doesn't get punted to New Mexico. As he tries to take the lead on the outside. Oh, he gets it into Steger. Well, he gets a good run in over the jumps. Oh, and Steger lands on high side. As Hillman takes the lead, he says bye-bye to everyone. And once again, when he needs to, he's performing. He's got Porcel in 2nd, making it through. As we try and go over these jumps. Where's the speed? Just when he wants to build a lead, the bike just says, nope, not having any of it. Let's go through the final corner. What the hell is going on? So he's gone from the lead down to where? 8th. Oh, and Weston's down behind. Because the tough block decided to actually be tough. And just get in high side's way as we're on the penultimate lap. He's got 4 places to make up. He's made out a couple though. Someone went down. He's down the inside of Weimer. He's got Beck in front as he just holds on. But look at 4th. There's a few seconds to make up. And now what is going on? Why is Beck pushing high side? Is he the guy who landed on the opening lap? Is he just into this bike on head thing? Is that his fetish? As he's just ahead of Beck. Well, you can see 5th right in front of 4th. As he shots Beck out of the way. As he go through the final corner onto the final lap. 2 seconds to make up for high. What is going on, high side? Really had to grin and bear it there. It looked like he was a goner. But he's going to have to produce his best lap here to make it through. As he gets through Weimer. Taking an alternate line to take 5th. What is going on with the tough blocks? They're trying to push him out the way. He's going to take his own line. Somehow it's working though. He's right in the back of Steger. Finch frees. Porcell's leading. As he goes towards the last couple. God, look at that. 3 wide in front. He's going to be making it through though. We've got Van Martin in front. High side, yes. Has he done it? As he goes for the final corner, he has just. What a crazy race. So Porcell at the top, then Steger, Martin and Hillman. By the skin of his teeth makes it through. So that massive mistake when he took the lead. And looking at who's missed out. Not some familiar names. But let's see if Hillman can get it together in the main event.
Indianapolis is a city well known for its passion for speed. It is also home to Lucas Oil Stadium, a truly world-class venue. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen. Welcome to the Hoosier State, and what should be a fantastic round of Monster Energy AMA Supercross, an FIM World Championship. He has the speed and the style that makes him a fan favorite.
As here's high side revving up on the outside as we rev it up for this main event and get underway for 10 minutes of fun here in Indianapolis. Let's see if Hillman can survive the open couple of corners. Looks like he has, past Cooper Webb. Crowd are certainly enjoying it. And high side battling for a top 5. What a start with Roxon, with Seeley. As he gets past at least one of the Honda riders. Looks like 94 holds on. Baggett behind, or was. Reed in 7th, I was about to say, but Del Yee's got past. Del Yee having a superb outing here in Indianapolis. Comfortably through the heat races, and now a superb opening lap. Same for high side. There's Jason Anderson in 3rd. No! Tough block. What the hell? I thought we were friends now. As high side drops down to 7th. Justin Brayton leads. Where's Dungy? 18th. Where's Muskin as well? Horrible start for the factory KTMs. Sideshow tries to get some pride back for the KTMs, get past a number of riders there. Including Anderson, he went down from 3rd. Chad Reed in 6th though on this Yamaha. And now it's Honda's in front. 1, 2, 3, I believe. Brayton down to 3rd. Knows where his bread's buttered. Go over the jumps. Let's see if eyesight can actually catch up to them. He goes over the jumps. Del Yee in 6th. I love that. Absolutely love that. Seeing Del up there. So eyesight sets a 58. When has he ever been close to a 58 so far this event? Well, he's producing it in the main event. As he goes down the inside of Brayton for the podium. What a result this would be. Oh, and down from second is that Seeley? No, it's Roxon. Roxon down from the lead. And now there's just one rider in front of Hillman in this. What a crazy opening quarter to this main event. Roxon down to 5th. He's picked it up. We've got Anderson in 4th. In 3rd now ahead of Brayton. What happened to Brayton? Here's Ryan Highside's tail. There's Anderson. Obviously got pace on the Husqvarna, but he's got to keep it up, right? And Seeley leads. Big for the championship for Seeley as well. There's no, just hit the back end of that jump. That slowed down Highside in the final corner. But he's still upright. And he's holding off Anderson. There's now Brayton and Roxon get into it. I suspect that won't be a long battle though. Side superb over the jumps. Gets into Seeley. He's trying to ride through them now. And he does take the lead though. Anderson in 3rd. But Highside in the lead. Anderson in 5th. Has he gone down again? Del Yee in 5th. Chad Reed in 4th. What are you doing, Anderson? You've got pace, mate. Just keep it upright. No saying that. That should be the motto. That could be the autobiography of Highside. Got pace. Didn't keep it upright. Oh, and he's taking down Seeley. He is just riding through riders now as he takes the lead. Seeley down. Highside. Aggressive. But from the back, he leads ahead of the Honda. How is he still in 2nd? What are you doing, Reed? Seems every time someone falls around Reed, he just lets them by. What a gentleman. What can we say about the legend? That is why he is part of the legend. As Highside just taking his own route now. Look at this. You could ride around the outside apparently. And that's okay. So you got Chad Reed in 2nd. I'm surprised the officials aren't bringing up Highside on his alternate lines, I'll be honest. But he leads by half a second, which is now evaporated because he took too much air over that jump. Got Seeley in 3rd, Brayton in 4th, Anderson in 5th. No other KTM in sight. Roxon in 7th behind the. And it's like Dungey and Muskin battling for the top 10 as he head into the second half of what has been an absolutely manic main event. But it's starting to settle down now. But still Reed right on Highside's tail. He's not giving up on the victory as the Australian. Neither is Seeley in 3rd, and there is a bit of Reed for you. Bit of a teaser. So you know what happens when these two get together though? There might not be a stadium left if they touch each other. Look at this, they're trying. Highside cuts off Reed's line there. He saw that coming from a mile off. Forcing Reed to the outside. First out breaking himself into the penultimate corner. And through the final corner, accelerates away just a 58. Let's Reed half a second back. Then it's the second further back is Seeley. And Reed normally fades to the Yamaha. But he's keeping up here. Obviously very well suited to this Indianapolis circuit. As Anderson back up to 4th. Ahead of Brayton. Still having a superb race is the man in 5th. In 4th now. Anderson down again. As Roxon now in 5th. And they pulled a further second out of Reed. And Highside on Seeley. That's all Reed gets into Highside there. Looks like the Australian come off worse though. He's now a second behind Highside as he approached the final third of this race. Could this finally be victory again? It's been a long, long time for Highside. This is what he needed to get back into that championship battle. There's Muskin in 9th. Where's Dungey though? Could not quite see that on the leaderboard. But I suspect he's in the top 10 along with his KTM teammate. So watch out for them in the final quarter of the race. Particularly in the final half, they try and make a move for the top 5. They are certainly capable of doing that. This is what Rock's in the 4th. A 2.2 second lead for Highside. Seeley right in the back of Reed. That's what we want to see. Battling behind. As Roxon in 4th. You can see how spread out he is behind. Not as much in the midfield though. They seem to be almost a line astern. But at the front, a bit more spread out. It's going to the penultimate corner. That corner turning into hell. So is the final corner. With the Rutten is 1.8 ahead of Reed. Dungey down in 7th, I think that was, or 8th. So still outside the top 5, but it's ready to pounce. Got to watch out for that. As Seeley back up into 2nd, ahead of Reed. Is it finally showing for what is going on? What happened there? This is not the time to be breakdancing on your motorbike, Highside. Still has a 1.1 second lead over Reed. He's still in 2nd. He's up for a fight today. Seeley in 3rd. It's all Highside very wide there. They might allow Reed to go by. Here comes the Australian. Seeley 2.6 back. Oh, Reed's going for the inside. Highside covered the outside. Let's go for the final corner. Reed leads. With a minute remaining. Oh, Highside just about holds on to the bike. But he's down the inside of the Australian. But here we go. The 2 rivals. Big rivals of this season. Battling for the win here. In Indiana. Oh, Reed's blocked him off. Highside has to take alternate line. Oh, he gets into the tough blocks. He's still 2.5 ahead of Seeley, but Reed's got a gap now. I've never said that this race so far. And what a time for it to happen for the Australian with 3 laps remaining. Could this be the break he needs? Over a second gap now between the top 2. 2 seconds behind is Seeley, then Roxon in 4th, Anderson in 5th. Of course, Highside's not giving up on that victory. You can see it right in front, a second in front. As we go on to the penultimate lap of a crazy main event in Indianapolis. We've seen positions change all over the place. But we will see it for the main position. The number 1 spot. As here goes High. So he's getting so close to that tough block in that left-hander. I'm just going a bit wider last time, caught him out. But he's gaining on Reed. No, he's killed momentum. Too much air casing jumps as well. That high line is not working as well now. At the end of the race. And Seeley's coming. Got Roxon in 4th, Anderson in 5th. But Chad Reed. Normally you say riders should be retired at his age. But he's rolling back the years as he goes into the final lap. 1.3 seconds back is Highside. He's not close enough for the move at the moment. And this first section's pretty good though. As Reed survives the jumps. He's survived one of the main hurdles of this lap. As Highside gaining. But is it enough? He's a second back. He goes over the jump, didn't case it this time. He's just not close enough to make a move, is he? Oh, and that's an awful jump. Cased it. That's killed momentum. He's now 1.6 back. Surely Reed's got this. But still a podium for Highside. Will be very good as he's really close and heading towards the line. Reed wins. Hillman in 2nd. Seeley in 3rd, beating his teammate Roxon. Anderson 5th. Cooper Webb. Good race on the Yamaha in 6th. Muskin is in Brayton down to 8th in the end. His pace did fade. Dungey in 9th. Where was the charge from the KTMs? They had nothing. with Baggett rounding out the top 10 of Yee. Oh, superb race on his Suzuki for the most part. But another rider who just lost pace in the final quarter of that race. Nicking out the back, it's Van Martin on the Honda.
Those three rode the wheels off their machines. We have a tremendous championship fight brewing.
So it's not the result Hillman would have wanted. He wanted one better. But that mistake when he tried to break dance with the bike. Never try and break dance when you're riding a bike full pelt. But he's 32 points behind Roxon. He leads by 3 points ahead of Seeley. Then there's 10 further points back to Dungey, 7 points ahead of Muskin. And then Hillman 12 points behind his fellow KTM. And 25 ahead of Reed, who's 7 points ahead of Anderson. And you've got Dean Wilson in 8th, Brayton in 9th. Davey Millsaps rounds out the top 10, 4 points behind Brayton, 7 ahead of Baggett. Cooper Webb closing up on that top 10 place, though, in 12th now, as he reaches triple figures as he scores through the field. There's Delye in 22nd with 20 points. There's lots of riders score points this season, 38. And important news, butt patch news, as we got Whole Shot Hunter and Armageddon. I think Armageddon is actually pretty apt. We might have to put that on for the rainy races. As what a race. What a race. Once again, more chuck points away by Hillman, but second place, gaining all of the riders in front of him. That's a good result in Indianapolis, but can he go one better around the stadium of Detroit in Detroit, Michigan? As everyone messes up at some point, you'll do better next time. Come on, don't give up, says Howard. Buy a whisker, says Susan. I prefer Susan over Howard. Howard, you're thinking of different races, mate. You know, I said he messed up slightly, but so he was right in the tail of Reed, just a second behind. We'll be a second ahead next time out. South watching and find out if we are then.